Thanks for staying with us. Now, comedians who say something serious about the world while they make us laugh are capable of mobilizing the masses, focusing a critical lens on injustice and injecting hope and optimism into seemingly hopeless problems. Now, the 21st century finds us within a dramatic transformation in information, entertainment, and technology simultaneously, an era of social justice activism augmented by digital advocacy. Now, thanks to confluence of factors, comedy may be in the midst of its newest golden era of experimentation and influence around the world. Now, what impact has comedy and entertainment had on advocacy in our society, and how can more people in this space discover the power that they have to make real change? Now, please, let us hear what you have to say. Remember, you can join the conversation. Send us an SMS or WhatsApp to 081-803-8663. You can also tweet at us at WaveShowAfrica1 with the hashtag WaveShow. Quickly, I want to say 2 seconds because I want to bring in our guest. How has comedy impacted your life? When you see all the skits that you watch online, you know, how has it impacted you?
Today's question is simple. We thank God. I mean, of course, they help us go through Nigeria or live in Nigeria. Let me put it that way. We had a good laugh today watching the skits by Brain Jotta.
Yeah.
Where he was interviewing his supposed ex-girlfriend, and that was, I mean, that's the best one I've seen today. So I mean, they come in and just they put it out this content. And maybe because I'm also into production, I know the amount of work it takes to put out those content, even if it's just 1 minute. And now you're seeing them doing, in fact, like short films right now. It's no longer just social media content because they're seeing 5 minutes, 6 minutes, like that. Well, how many minutes is a short film, right? So they're doing an amazing job. And it's just kudos to them because they make me laugh, and that's all that matters. Because you know, I love laughing.
They keep our sanity.
That's what I was going to say. Like they ease up the stress. The one that even makes me happy the most is, you know, when something crazy is happening in Nigeria. Like for instance, something happens today. Today we'll cry and complain and shout, but tomorrow
they have brought skits
out.
And then different versions.
Versions. I mean, it really helps me personally. Helps me relieve my stress. Like when I get home and I'm settled, I was just going to go on social media and just go and catch up on all the interesting things. So yes, it relieves stress.
Yeah, I also like that they are now infusing advocacy into it. So I mean, that's why our guest is perfect for the conversation.
He's the perfect advocate. All right, so Debo Adedayo, known by his stage name Mr. Macaroni, is a Nigerian comic skit maker, actor, and activist. He's best known for his Instagram comedy videos where he plays the role of a sugar zaddy. He is famously known for his phrase of "Oi, you are doing well," right? So, and he's joined us live in studio. Thank you so much. Yes, so.
See, my own clap is different. Macaroni.
He will still not freaky your account.
He cannot freaky both of you's account. Not freaky my own. It's not possible.
You are not doing well. I heard what you said. I was at the lounge. I heard what you said.
Let me complete the not doing well. You have to apologize to our guests.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
So have you
I'm so sorry. You know about I think when was that? 2 weeks ago. Yeah. You know, the powers beyond my control. You get it now. So I'm so sorry.
But we are so honored to be having you here today. You know, because it's interesting that you are one person that I actually look out for. I just know that when something happens, you would go and do around it. So let's first of all settle down on advocacy, right? Before we move into comedy and entertainment, because it's something I think you're very passionate about. It's not just; it's beyond the skit for you. You come across, you know, to us that are watching from afar, that you truly love this country and you want to see things differently. So maybe tell us why are you advocating for a better Nigeria? Let's start from there.
I would say, why am I advocating for a better Nigeria? I would say, I think the reason why I have been so blessed with what I have today, you know, by God's grace, is because I think God wants me to do that for a better Nigeria. You know, I'm not one to cower. I've always spoken up for myself and for the people around me. So I will not be in a space where I'm suffering or where I know things are not okay for myself and for people around me and not be able to talk. God forbid that day. I believe when things happen, we must speak about it. I cannot be in silence when these things happen. So that's why I'm passionate. And of course, because I know that there's no place like home. A lot of people, yes, because of the situation of things, people want to run away. A lot of people have escaped and everything. People will still say, oh, I need to get out of this country. But for someone like me, I have always believed in Nigeria. I will always believe in Nigeria. It's hard to swallow that right now, but that's the truth. That's for me. I love this country, and I always do whatever it is I can do to make sure that one day, this country will get better. I've never stepped foot out of Nigeria. I mean, the only country that I've gone to is outside Nigeria is Benin Republic here, and that's because I schooled there for a while. Wow. I was in the North American University for a while. That's it. So, do I have the means to travel out of the country? Absolutely. You know, but that's to show that I'm not really freaked, you know, about let's go. No, right from time, not just a function of now. So I believe is as a function of the love and pride that I have for this country, as it were, even given the circumstances, I strongly believe things can get better.
So do you think you want to take that further into governance? Are you thinking of because
before we even go to that governance, so I know people see him now and they see what he's doing, especially with NSAS and everything, and they think he started now, right? So I need him to take us through that journey where he started from school, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
How did he start? Let people get into your life, because I hear people say, "Oh, this is just doing this now because he wants attention." So I need you to talk to us about it.
It started from secondary school, actually. Well, not really even secondary school. Before secondary school, that time, I just noticed that I want to be there for people, not just for myself. So apart from the fact that when you're trying to cheat me, I find myself speaking up. So right from when I was small, I've noticed that when I see someone trying to bully me, I will talk and we'll fight if that's how it's going to go down. You know, you understand? So from secondary school, I was head boy in my secondary school. I found myself in a space where I had to constantly talk about, oh, I want to make sure my students are fine, or give my students good food, or don't treat them anyhow, you know, like that. I performed my responsibilities as the head boy of the school. I instilled discipline whenever I could, but still I looked out for the students. Going to university, all of the universities I went to, you know, I found myself in the position where I had to speak for the students, the student body, when I felt that, look, this thing is not right. I just can't keep quiet. I don't know how to do it. A lot of times I've tried because of my mom. Yeah, because of my mom. My mom, exactly. You know, she's just, you know. So I've tried. Sometimes I'm just like, okay, look, let me just, you know, but I just see that I can't help you. I just have to talk. You understand? So then, university, president in the final university that I went to, you know, I was president, and you know, there were a lot of things we had to stand up and fight for. You understand? And now, I looked at it that, okay, God has now blessed me with a platform. Now a lot of people know this guy. Oh, Mr. Macaroni. Oh, so I just believe that, look, oh yes, I'll continue to do the entertainment, continue to act and everything, and I have a platform where I know that leaders can hear me. I'm not saying it because I think it. I know it. That if I put out a tweet, if I make a statement, anybody that has to see it in this country will see it. That's just a fact. You understand? So I believe that when God has blessed me with that type of platform, why not use it for good? You know, it's not like we hate you guys, those people in government. No, we're just letting you know where the shoe is pinning us. So because I'm comfortable doesn't mean I cannot speak for others. You understand? So, and you know, when people say things like, oh, it's just
for the class,
what's he doing? I look at it, look, bro, I've been popular before now. People already knew me. So what are you saying? So as a matter of fact, I would like to think that it's done more harm personally to myself.
Because you know, again, you guys thrive on the big bucks. And who are the big spenders, the big payers? They're the government.
So it's personally. So people might not know. People might just be out there, oh, boy, and maybe they pity you or whatever. But it's done more harm personally. I've gone through a lot of things that I cannot even open my mouth to say. You understand? So That's been the journey.
So I love the fact that Elsie took us on that journey, because again, it brings me back to the question I'd asked, because we know, Debo, that as it stands, you really cannot effect change except you're in a position where you can actually make certain kinds of policies, right? So why are we not having more people like you? Say you want to go into governance.
More people like me, are supposed to be the Femi Adeshinas that are now there in power. You know, yeah, I'm sorry, but I used to have a lot of respect for Femi Adesina. You understand? This is someone that, you know, he's a thespian. He's a thespian, you know. And when he writes, then his articles, I read a lot. And then you find, even not just him, a lot of our leaders there now, a lot of these people that we used to look and say, oh wow, if these people come in, they are fighting for us. It's a long list of names. It's a long list of names. I mean, the president, you understand? The president came into power on that, yes, as a savior. Anti-corruption. Yes. Came, so all of us, including me,
yes,
we was looking at,
I was part of them.
Yes. The president himself he led a protest in the same nation. A lot of them, they were there at the forefront. So now the situation has now turned around. It has now become a situation where we cannot even go out to protest. When we go out to protest, they start shooting at us. It has become so, and this was the platform that you rode upon. So
what do you think the problem is? Because it's not one person now. It's not two, it's not three, it's not four. They cross over, and it seems like they don't even understand us.
They just change.
I mean, we're not saying perform magic, right? But even communicate with us is a problem. So what do you think happens? Where does that switch come from?
I think, I don't know. I think it's silly. I think I don't know. I don't want to call it a curse. Now, you see, in this nation, we thrive on a culture of corruption. There's hardly anything you want to do, and it has to be this way. And it reeks from the very top. I think last week was when we saw online that there was a particular police officer that was back doing his job, and then this police officer happened to be someone that was arrested previously for one crime like that, and from the nature of the crime was not even supposed to be out yet, if at all he went in or something, but he's back on the streets. And now we know fully well that there are people at the top. So for me, I see that, look, the corruption is actually from that very top. So it's very easy to always want to blame police officers and say, oh, they are harassing us, they are doing this. But we need to know that there are a group of people that also empower them, that embolden them. So for as long as they continue to kill people indiscriminately, and they continue to harass people, and they see that nothing is being done, they are emboldened to do more. Look, for the time that I was beaten up, I was tortured, it was hell. Till now, we've not found one person out of those group of people that did that. That's just me as an example, not to talk of hundreds of thousands of Nigerians that have suffered the same fate. So there is power corrupts, you know, absolute power corrupts. Absolutely. I believe that by human nature, we are naturally greedy, selfish people. We think about ourselves a lot. So guess what? The only difference I like to think sometimes is that we don't have the power. Now, I have a phone. A good phone can make calls, it can do the basic things. But I want to get, I see the most expensive phone. Someone is using the most expensive phone. I say, why not I use that phone? But I cannot get it because I've not worked to that level to get it. Now, I now get power. That power that I now have gives me the means, not only the money, the means to, by means of corner, steal some money for myself to get that phone that I do not necessarily need or deserve. So it's not earned it. Yes, it's an abuse of power, and you never can tell. So you will not just look. It will not just look like maybe when you get there. What happens? You know yourself right now, but when you now get that power, what are you going to do? So I think we all too, we need to search ourselves. You know, I mean, look at our workplaces. Look at your managing director, your general manager, even your colleagues. How do they manage the little power
They have.
that they have?
Tell me about that.
So,
Tell me about
I
that.
just wanted to, I also want to take you back to the statement you made a couple of minutes ago when you said, because I remember when I watched the video, we were all scared. Oh, they had picked up Mr. Macaroni, they had picked him up. And then the next thing, we're seeing pictures of you being beaten up and all. So I want to know what was going through your mind when you were taken, detained, and tortured. What was going through your mind?
It was shocking, to say the least. But then it now made me more angry than I had ever been. For whatever it was worth, I think it now put me at a level of carelessness. Like, oh look, I don't even now care anymore. So maybe before I was even trying to be careful. But now, I just find myself that I just look at, oh, is this your worst? So maybe I now think about it that maybe the next time, maybe not to shoot me and I will shoot me. So is this your worst? So it just, before I used to have some caution, but then I was just really angry. And guess what? What broke my heart the most now is these guys that beat me up. We are fond of saying, oh, it's the old ones, the old people. They are the ones. We need to wipe all of them out. But it was fellow youths like me that beat me up. So how do I explain to fellow youths like me that this is a fight for all of us?
All of us, yes.
It's a fight for the emancipation of this nation. And it's not just for the youth, for the elderly ones. We see our parents,
everybody.
We want them to, when they retire, we want them to be calm, to relax, enjoy life. For our children and our children unborn. You understand? That's it. If this country gets better, it's for the greater good for everyone. So, but now you need to know that there are some people that thrive on, like I said, they thrive on this culture of the way that things are. They are enjoying it. They have a lot of gains. Some people are on social media platforms campaigning for this, campaigning for that, saying, oh, we love this, we love that. Because, see, let me tell you something. Single out a politician. Now, single out a politician. I can't name names, but single out a politician. So I say, this person is bad. We don't want this person. That politician, trust me, has hundreds of thousands of supporters that will say, hey, this one, I will go die for him. We go die for him. You know what this one I'll do for me? You know what this Baba? Well,
goes back to the greed.
Yeah, is that sustainable?
It's not even greed.
If that one politician is doing for a few people and has the backing of that group, that caucus, is it sustainable? We're looking at a nation where it doesn't matter the politician you have ties with. We're looking for a nation where everyone
level playing field.
Level playing field. Everyone is enabled, an enabling environment for everyone.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's take a break. This is really real. We need to just drink some more water. We'll be right back. Stay with us. If you just tuned in, we're having an amazing chat. You can tell that the passion is real with Debo Adedayo, that's Mr. Macaroni, on comedy, advocacy, and entertainment. Now, please let us hear what you have to say. Remember, you can join the conversation. Send us an SMS or WhatsApp to 081-803-8663. Oh, that advocacy thing, I think we should, because there's a lot I can see that you have on your inside to unpack. And it still brings me back to the fact that I think we still, so when Elsie asked that question about what you think, because it's not one, it's not two, it's not three that gets there, and what causes that corruption or what causes that switch, right? I think for me, it's more of there are no repercussions. There's no rule of law. So, like you rightly said when you were talking about further being emboldened to do worse. So if we had a system where if you commit a crime, if you like be Buhari's child or be Buhari himself, you hang you. I don't think people.
Do you know who I am?
Do you understand? You see, thank you. That phrase of Nigeria.
It doesn't apply
Do you
here.
know who I am?
Yeah.
You know, that gets us to get away with impunity. So it is because impunity thrives. That's why I can go there tomorrow. Me, I said it. Don't put me there because I do not know what I will turn to tomorrow. Because again, yes. But if I knew that, if I steal, they'll cut off my hand. You know, I think it will give some level of caution as to what you would do or not do in the place.
But it's even surprising to know that it's difficult for them to apprehend the guys that treated you the way they did. Because I'm wondering,
it's not difficult.
They don't want to. They don't want to.
Yeah. So obviously, you would know that whatever happened to me, they would have gotten some orders from the top.
Of course, let's
show him.
So it's not a function of they don't know. Oh, trust me, they know. They know. Yeah.
Okay. So, but quickly, we saw the whole toll gate. We'll move to comedy, but I mean, I think Advocacy is taking the whole thing. The toll gate news of the Lekki, I think it's the Lekki Ikoyi link.
Yeah, it is actually.
Because even now that was coming through, clearly this place is not even ready for it to. So it's the opening of the Ikoyi
link bridge.
But again, of course, people were reacting based on the fact that they thought this one is going to be reopened. Yeah. What would you say to that reaction? Because it has not been announced, but I know we will get there. Yeah. What would you like to say? Because I also think that at the end of the day, it will still be opened. But what are the things you would like for them to at least do or even put in place before they open this particular toll gate that the NSAS protest happened?
If people are saying they are not comfortable with the reopening of the toll gate and they are reacting, it's a valid reaction.
It is.
It's a valid reaction because people are saying, look, we've not found closure. And that's what everyone is saying. That's what everyone is saying.
Nobody's saying anything about
it. So how can we find that closure? What would be closure for the people?
Look, as a matter of fact now, we they go back, but as a matter of fact now, the findings that the panels that they come out, we all saw how that was thrown away. So nothing because you have a state panel that you set. That the government put in place themselves.
Yeah.
Now that same panel came out and said, "Oh, look, these are the recommendations. These are the things we found. This happened. And then there was now a conflict.
Radio silence.
Oh, it did not. Oh no, they don't do everything. Water. You understand? So that just went. So till now, nobody has said anything. Of course, we made a lot of noise or this, that, but till now, it just seems like it was swept under the carpet. So I would feel that they know that they have to have that conscience. That conscience should be enough to say, look, before we say we want to embark on this action, is there closure? Yeah.
Okay, let's move to Oi.
See, sorry, before we move to wait, strike. Because he used to be a president. I see. You see him laugh a lot. He's actually an education person.
Yes,
because
he is
if he mentions the number of schools he taught, then you will know that education is important to him.
He's passionate about it.
Yeah. What would you say about ASU?
What is going on in the education now sector of the country is pitiable. It's embarrassing, to say the very least. Considering the fact that this same government, I'm so bad because I don't care. People can abuse me, but I had a lot of expectations.
Yeah, true.
That's the truth. People will say that if you had expectation for this government, then you will not get sense. This thing. And
I did. I voted.
But 99% of Nigerians had high expectations.
That's the truth. When President Buhari was announced 2015 as president, I ran out of my gate. I was running up and down the street.
Excited.
There were people from the other house. We were all shouting. People go yab me, I know, but
I'm laughing at you already.
You that look. I just in my head for some reason because the image was perfectly sold to us. Integrity.
It says because
I'm part of that 1% you're talking about.
Security.
I'm with you on that.
He was there before. He's going to do something better.
Let me come back now to look at what is going on. They said no, education is going to take a new turn. And look at what's happening. We are playing with the future of Nigerian students. Their future success and their prosperity. Education, the benefit of education can never be underestimated. You understand? It's very important. So when you have politicians that their children are far away, they are not even in the country.
They don't even know what's happening.
You understand? They are just there. They are chilling. I don't get anything with the children. Waiting, if your papa say go school for you, what you want to do to the pikin? But those men, those people that we have called our leaders should consider the children of the cocoa seller, the coconut seller, the tomato seller with these streets. And you know, we all know that when students are not in school, everyone is restless.
Yeah. Well, you know, see what your Minister for Education do when he was confronted.
I saw the video.
That he got up and he walked away. Look, and today, they never sack him.
Yeah, and today they did not even apart from sacking. They did not even say anything.
They didn't address this situation
now, let me also mention the very big issue we have. Our leaders don't understand what leadership means. Leadership is service. It is sacrifice. It is selflessness through dignity, integrity, and accountability to the people that you have sworn to serve. So if you have sworn to serve me, no way that I'll be talking to you and you will stand up and walk away. Because you are accountable to me. I'm your boss. Actually, the citizens of Nigeria, Nigerians, we are the bosses. As it should be. You're there to serve. You're not doing anyone a favor. If you can't do it, get out. Leave. You know, so it's pitiable. I've spoken about it. In fact, I've done a video that I'm supposed to drop. I've done a video on it. You know, what can we do? We'll continue to talk. We'll continue to use our voice and our platform to talk.
What's your take on the Lagos State Governor? Tell me if I trouble.
I beg thee. See my hand. See, my sister. I always say something about politics in Nigeria, my stand. There's nothing I want to say about my take or my position on His Excellency, on the Lagos State Governor. That is not on my social media. I've said it through my tweets. I've said it through my videos. You will know where I stand. I don't hate you. I don't hate Nigerian politicians, no. But that where I stand, what I feel about what you're doing, what I feel about the level of your work and your performance is there. Go and check it out. So just type my name. They go see my name. They see the tweets.
See that you are not saying that I'm following you.
They see everything. So I just feel that if our politicians, the governors inclusive, Presido, everybody, if they believe that their job is to serve the people, would have a lot of more change.
Yeah. Okay, let's do comedy, right?
We'll do comedy. Let's move
okay, so there's a comment here. So to be president of Nigeria is not a teacup party or a comedy show.
Yeah.
It's not.
So what does the person mean? You didn't
that's all. The person name, there was no name. The person just commented that to be president.
Nobody who don't know that one. Even me, what I do president for students, you know. I know say no be beans. But now me go pay for form. Now me tell people, the students say I will do it. And I did it. I did it. So if you have come out to say that millions of people should trust you, you have come out to say that
you have no excuse.
You have no excuse.
Absolutely.
People will now come and say, oh, do you know what we had to deal with? Do you know the mess that was on ground? Do you know this? No. You have taken an oath. Do the job. People are suffering. There's no excuse for every death that results, that comes out of insecurity. You should know that it is your job. You have
and the lives are on your head.
You have a job to secure lives and properties.
In fact, the 2023 election stuff is, I think, is even going it won't be so easy to fool Nigerians anymore because you know it's fresh in our memory. It's been 8 years of chaos.
So I'm just read my comments because you don't the girl up again. We go sit there here.
We don't get
anyway. This comment is from Daniel Ilo. He's becoming a regular fan and commenter. Thank you for watching. It says, good evening, my dear beautiful sisters of What Are You Saying ways. I know that the situation in Nigeria has made us to be downcast and frustrated, but please, no matter what, don't stop laughing. Try to make yourselves happy. We thank God for comedy. Laughter is the best medicine, and I urge you ladies to have enough dose of it. We thank God for my dear brother, Mr. Macaroni. God bless him real good. It is well with you all.
Amen.
Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you.
So let's talk comedy. Oh, Daddy, when are you? I said, Daddy.
Daddy.
Why are you freaking my account? You know, I mean, your skits are quite interesting. I like the series on Motude never getting a right suitor. I like the one that Mommy Wa decides to go all freaky.
I think my favorite was the one we took Macaroni, and it was because there was a twist at the end.
So now when I was trying to give her money, why do you like giving women money? I don't understand.
Please, after you give me money, you answer her with the answer.
It's an empowerment scheme. It's an empowerment scheme. At least, if some people cannot do it, some others should be able to do it.
You know?
See, naturally. I mean, if you go Twitter, I think yesterday, I mean 2 days ago, now people they argue, oh, some men they give women so amount. Some men, look, my contents are inspired by what happens in society.
It actually happens,
You understand? So it's just actually I didn't even set out that way. It was an experiment and it worked. You understand? I was just trying different things at that time, and that particular one was
stop, man. That's because
that's the society.
I see everybody say,
my dear, come over here.
You are doing well.
To the fact that even when I do some other things, they will still say, give us free.
Exactly. You repented this year. Why? You said it's 2023. You don't want
I tried to repent.
See, don't
I
repent.
tried.
Please don't repent yet.
Because, you know, the situation of things choke.
Sucker
everywhere.
Don't repent yet.
So,
because I
said,
need to
no,
send my own
this
answer.
time I want to be collective from. So I tried for a while, but I think I'm back to old ways.
Yes. But it's actually quite interesting. So what inspires your comedy, like in terms of like, because you guys, I don't know.
Yeah, the consistency.
How you guys get the content?
No, let's even. I think we've talked about that now. I want to even talk about the budget to produce this content.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't think people have really talked about it. We just see content, we laugh, and we go.
It is disrespectful, to say the least. When people out there think, what are they doing? It's disrespectful. It's disrespect of the highest order.
Oh, sure.
I see a lot, some comments, you know, maybe some of my colleagues, maybe when they buy some things, buy this or buy that.
Where they get money from?
There was, which video has been my most expensive? But trust me, there are some videos that have, just a video, that have spent more than $1 million.
Wow.
2 million.
And how many minutes is this video?
Some could be just 5 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, some could be 7, some could be 1, some could be 2, 3. It depends. There are some guest artists that will be on my production, and people will say, Macaroni, you see this person, this person where did enough money.
Logistics you must drop.
Even if you pay for the services now.
Even if the person is not a celebrity, for any cast you see on Mr. Macaroni's set, the person is paid.
Wow.
Nobody does free job.
Apply?
Nice.
Wow.
Nobody does free job because for what I stand for personally, people cannot come and work, not even with the waitings are. They will come from so place,
Exactly.
come and you will not pay them.
Yeah.
You must pay them. And because I'm keen on appreciating talents, building talents together. No, only me no fit do am. So everybody together. And why would they do am? We no go say because the person they go feature, the person people go see the person more and exposure. We know they use exposure pay people. They don't do it for me when I start. They don't do it for me well. And I know how I felt then. I would never want someone else to feel that way.
Yeah, I think the likes of you have really helped, upcoming influencers, like the micro-influencers at the moment. They collect good money. But before then, everybody will say exposure, and then as you're up and coming, you say, okay, let me do it because I'm up and coming. But right now, everybody, I don't see.
But
and
budget is always high.
It's high. But I was going to say that, okay, let me take quickly, Elsie, you have a comment. Let's say, this is serious. It says, on a different note, what about being president of Ukraine? That's the president of Ukraine is a comedian. I think this person is responding to that person that talked about comedy. Yeah. So they've responded to you.
Okay. So this says, good evening, ladies and Mr. Macaroni. I just wish the citizens of this country will get it right next year. No room for voting for desperate politicians.
Yes, please.
We do not just need manifestos. We have to find out how politicians intend fulfilling the promises, not just making promises of making $1 equivalent to $1, but how can it happen? There are pressures on elected officials as friends and families tell you it is time to eat their share of the national cake. We need to change our mindset. And this is from BC. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, BC.
You want to say something?
I wanted to say something about next year. All of us should try. Everybody, we don't shout, get your people, maybe we'll try decide who we want there. And we should stop demarketing other contestants. Other candidates, presidential candidates, governor, however it is. Nigerians are demarketing them. How? They will say, oh, see this person don't come out from this party. Now only these 2 parties. Who is the, when you tell them vote for good leaders, they will be asking you, who is the good leader? Do you want to tell me that apart from the popular faces, the big names where we know will come out, you want to tell me there are no other people saying they want to be president and we cannot take a look at them, we cannot support them,
scrutinize them,
so why our eyes on those, and by ourselves we now be saying, you be like saying, just those people, who are the other ones? The other ones are there, but we are not talking about them. We are demarketing them.
Not paying attention.
Yeah,
I was just going to ask, because what I had asked earlier is the demand, right? Apart from the budget, right? How is your schedule like in terms of scheduling your shoots and all of that? How tasking is that for you? Because people just see it and they just think
they don't know that there's been planning, content calendar.
Because I go movie sets too. Because my acting career is still there. In fact, I'm taking it very seriously.
Wow.
I have a lot of plans for that. Yes, you know. So, and of course, guest appearance gigs, MC gigs. We do all those things. You understand? And shows like this, if now like our guys say, come here, we must answer you and we must come.
Thank you.
You understand? So, but you must also understand, I do not take for granted the fact that God blessed me via social media. That's the truth. That Mr. Macaroni came to limelight today is by God's grace and social media, the internet. So I know my community is there and I cannot starve them. So I must, it's always in my consciousness. Say, Bobo, give this, we never give these people anything in like 3 days, so give them something. So they're always, so I find, you must find that time, write and create content for them.
Sorry, I have one quick question.
Quickly.
Yes.
Where did Mr. Macaroni come from? The name Mr. Macaroni.
Yeah. Now movie set, face to face. Then back in the days, you know, I was just on set, extra. That year, now they go buy Bolly. You know, talk out, maybe the star get something to do for that scene. So now we be the extra, we go to buy Bolly before the star go start in line. So our face no go even show, our shoe no they shine. You know. So it was on set, but that particular scene, the director, I think he liked the way I was doing my own. He said, boy, let's say we go, if we use you next time, give yourself a name. So I was under a lot of pressure. Why directors make a name like say, because don't matter na extra they put no name. So from nowhere, Mr. Macaroni.
Oh.
Did you just finish eating macaroni?
I think
because of our Mr. Macaroni.
If you want to marry me, Mr. Macaroni.
So I just said, Mr. Macaroni. He looked like this.
So on a final note, because we have like 1 minute to go, how are you going to take advantage of your influence online? Because it's one thing, you know, our politicians always the boss. They say no be social media, now social media they get mouth. How are we going to move that influence from online to offline?
No, but I'm sure if they were saying that before, I'm sure
they will not say that again, Abby.
Yes. So it will always.
There's a good footing.
Yes, there's a good footing. You understand? Because now everyone has seen that. Look, if we actually do want to channel this energy, we can. It's just that Nigerians too, a lot of times we get tired, we get frustrated and everything, but we just need to know what thing they always talk, say now our nation, now our country, and we must continue to do whatever we can to make sure it is better.
Absolutely. On that note, thank you so much. You've not promised our audience that you're going to freaky our account. So that
okay, check the audience, I will freak you out.
Yeah, I'm moving closer, don't forget.
Thank you so much, Mr. Macaroni. We had a fantastic. I hope you come back again when you have time. Yes, thank you so much, Alera. Thank you, Elsie. We had a fantastic show. Before we go, do ensure you follow us on Instagram at PlusTvAfrica. You can interact with us further, drop a comment, and more importantly, follow all our engagements online. Invite, like, and share. Invite your families and friends to also watch the show. So if you missed today's quote, here it is again. He who influences the thought of his times influences the times that follow. It means that generations to come, you continue to influence those generations because you are an influence now. So take advantage and be a positive influence like Mr. Macaroni. We'll see you guys tomorrow at 8 p.m. as we bring another great conversation to your screen. Enjoy.
Bye.